Barbara is the name.
Representing
Rama
Rasta
Muyinda,
sound.
yeah man.
Representing
Rasta Sound Music.
Rasta Sound.
Yeah, where the Rasta Sounds band comes from.
Alright,
yeah.
So, yeah man, is a very big defender when it comes to reggae music, you understand?
Yes,
and basically it's also a legal man, you know. Msajja council number.
Yep.
Right now yasalawo yokulwanirira abayimbi.
Kitukakatako. Kitukakatako. Abantu ba Katonda kitukakatako okukola ebituufu. Yeah.
So as well as you have my brother that is MC Mike. Actually, by the time before you came in here, my brother MC Mike, I was telling him that in Uganda, you know that in Uganda a good corporate because he has been so much based in South Sudan.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's Ugandan. He's an entertainer.
Big up, big up, big up, big up. It's been long since I was in South Sudan, but Kalas.
Yeah, but he has just told me that in Uganda for a very long time we talk about copyright. And I was like saying that this year, you know that we are blessed. Now these guys, the law was passed.
On 17th March, 2026.
Still recorded.
Of course, that one is for lifetime. We fought that war.
But everything feels normal. It feels like nothing was done, you know. But I love the fact that they are trying to fight and also defend the rights of the whole art, not only the art, the musicians, but the whole art.
Yeah, creative.
So, but basically, today we'll be discussing about the corporate management system, and also he's going to be telling us how far so far, and also each teacher single one did and also the last time you were supposed to tell us in this era of corporate how does someone upload his music and how does someone really enjoy his or her realities as far as the music side is concerned. Yeah, but for starters, first say hi to everybody that is watching.
Yep, BTM, my people, my family, I'm glad to be here once again. Amanya Nedovozi Muyinda Rama, also known as Barbara. Ndi muyimbi muwandisi wa reggae dancehall and ndi namuna mateka wa bana bitone. So I'm doing copyright consultancy for now. Of course, tubadde mu bibina bina, but for now I'm focused on helping the entire nation. Kyaga kwesiba wamu nti ate kino na kino. So we are doing national service. Yeah.
So my very first question is because we don't say how far with the enforcement? Yeah.
Like I said,
because
actually,
everything seems to be known because I'm not anywhere until Khalifa made it more.
Yeah.
Then before we go to Khalifa's saga, first let us know how far with corporate enforcement.
Yeah. So, like I was here last year, the other year, and I was saying, the beauty with Uganda, we have very, very good laws. We pass very good laws. But when it comes to implementation, it's done in Rwanda. So the Rwandese take our laws and just implement them. In our country, we just pass them and look at them. Just take an example of the seat belts up to now. So, relating it to copyright and coming back to our main point. Yes, like I said, 17th March is when the president ratified the laws and they started working immediately. Although they had started working from the moment the Speaker of Parliament then assented to them. And we should also remember that copyright becomes very visible when there is a dispute. When there is a challenge with copyright infringement is when you'll hear it making a lot of noise. However, the moment I record my music and put it in material form, I have my copyright. But now when there comes an issue, especially to finances, when it comes to money matters and probably reproducing your song and doing all those things, then you look for where the copyright police is. So as far as implementation is concerned, we've been hearing of copyright management system and all that, but of course that is a confusion on the real gist, the matter. The matter is the law should be working and we should be seeing many more artists saying yes. People are supposed to be making press conferences. Mtikati releases my new EP. This is my registration certificate. Banai music wange. Public knows it from the start. Such that even if it comes after 20 years, yawandise bintu ku URSB. So I should say that there is, of course, a reluctancy. The law was passed and people were quiet. But still, come back to speed. The people who are supposed to benefit from this law are still very unaware. And we warned government about this. We told them the law has to have regulations coming out. But the artists themselves, the creators, are expecting the law to already protect them before they understand what has gone wrong. Where some people come and complain, bazi byo luyimba naye nga tesichi sina luro in the actual law nga producer or songwriter. So before the industry also understands, we shall have a slow movement of the copyright. Yeah.
In simple terms, a producer and a songwriter, they own a song first.
Yes.
Before a singer.
In fact, the copyright management system here, producers. The Producers Association is supposed to be very, very much empowered. But because Uganda yagala nnyo limelight ate ba producer babeera mu cover, there is nothing considered to them. Abayimbi tebalina making a noise so much than the real copyright owners. The real owners are these creators, the ones who transform your idea into something you can sell. And those are the producers.
Because automatically, I thought the moment they pass the copyright law, we are going to see big doing that does, as far as the musicians are concerned. But
in the near future, yes, we as Gasta munyongera time nensomese gwanga. Bakula ne bayigiza ya.
That's why you got to
awendi nyo wendi.
Muitwa kwa mu naku mu, nosala olugamba njagala kujja kusomesa gwanga.
Yeah.
Ekintu ki.
Yes. And I appreciate so much. Yep. Tuongere to pushing. Yeah.
Together to push again.
Yeah.
Okay, today kusonga ya Khalifa Aganaga versus KFC. Khalifa gamba million 5.5.
There's a food day. Obaza yagala okumusasula mu. Obaza yali badde akola.
So if someone uses your music in the, maybe let me say in an advert, because we've been seeing especially on TikTok, because the claim started on the TikTok page. You get Aganaga's song on their
platform.
You get, and yes, recently I've been seeing so many people trying to do challenges, but as well including songs by a very own artist. You get. So kati soko tutangaze muke ensonga o ono Khalifa ayinza kubanga asolo kigusa oba kiyinza okugaana mu katono.
Right now both parties I think in contention bayina omusango ogugenda mu maaso. So it's not very advisable nze okubasongamu n'okwogera ebintu ebiri technical. But KFC musobola okunoonyako, Khalifa Aganaga osobola okunoonyako. But yes, I've seen the intention to sue from Khalifa's team. Of course, they looked out for me and they told me chiri chiri and they are working with Elgon advocates. So I read and I know what they are suing for. And on the legal side of it, of course, they are very, very eligible to even sue for 1 billion, for 10 billion, because no one can tell you how much the song would have made and in how many years. So the moment there is an infringement, the moment someone tampers with your copyright like this, then they have risked to put their brands, their economical side of it, and their companies into risk. That's why we are saying we need to continue sensitizing such that not only the artists but also the corporate world and also government do not lose out and find themselves clashing in such scenarios. So if KFC was also aware, it would have never tampered. But you will see that it's not actually KFC in the case. It is an agent.
We are in money.
Yes, of course. And I can assure you that the accused party reached out immediately. When they saw the intention to sue, they quickly came. Because the moment the headquarters in America find out that there is such a case on their brand, then these agents in Uganda will be totally cancelled. They can no longer give you their franchise. So abena Uganda balina okulwana nnyo okulaba nti Aganaga bakola ki, bamugjamu ne bamusirisa before it goes so far. But yes, Aganaga's case is valid. The issue of the money, that one they will discuss and they will tell us Evina. But if you read also the intention to sue, they are expressly telling you until only for the legal fees, Aganaga has already spent over 50 million, of which you cannot argue, because having such a case run on an international company so fast, and there are a lot of costs. So 500 billion is actually less, very little money. You know, so but there is a valid case, yes. Copyright started.
Don't you think, because we've been seeing businesses doing reels, you get what I'm trying to say, my brother. So that means, I feel like it's going to make it so hard for some business owners to use to use music in their reels.
It's not going to be hard, but that's where the law comes in to help us have a fair playground.
Yeah,
so what is the problem?
That's why even the artists now have to gain about about their music and stuff, because most of the people, besides even Khalifa, we have been seeing very many companies using some sounds, and artists never come out even to proclaim. Let me give an example of even my brother Abanesen. His sound has been going more viral. So if the copyright is really in the sound line, he could be now earning more money. You get it?
But he doesn't know.
He doesn't. Yes.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Khalifa is going to stick on that thing probably because he has to cover the gaps there. He cannot leave the system there. I know Banyiga up to the end. My brother Khalifa has a kwendi, bro.
Kubeteka lyo lijja kubuuza waliwo omusango akale we kuba we nti yes bakozesa sound yo. Is the sound yours?
Yes.
Kati awo
kamuza zeleman yina ka business kange tunda ngatto ekitegeera naye mbadde mpabo bimanyi nenkola kabiruka nenkolesa akayimba kagezenga kaba piece kyogamba aba piece asobola okusuubinga soboka. How about challenges?
That works. What happens with challenges is that TikTok is telling you is that you're not using it for commercialization. Where the problem comes is you using it in a way that you're making money out of it.
Maybe I'm them for it.
I think how will it be proved when people actually you're having endorsements on
you're not registered as a company as something like that. So initially me I've ever even seen there are some sounds nga TikTok ekugamba is like telling you it is not allowed.
Yes.
Very restricted. Yeah, very many of them.
There are very many. So the problem is that with our ecosystem, our society in Uganda, people just upload. But
there are some things happening also in Rwanda. Rwandan music, as in this challenge, in Kampala, we just do anyhow. Tosobola kuyingira TikTok line Rwanda nomala gayingira challenge. They're going to be allowed. They're going to soka kubuza ata account process there, and then you first clear in.
Yes, boss.
Corporate management system. My very first question is, how do I become the owner of the sound as an artist? I might be an MC. I might be an upcoming artist. I may be an established artist. How do I claim that I'm the original owner? Okay, how do I become an original owner of my craft?
So again, ownership is natural. However, when you want to trade in the commercial world, you need to register your works.
How do I register?
And registering your works, I don't mean your sound as it is, but even you as Bray P, that is a trademark. You need to patent, you need to register your logos, you need to have a brand recognition. Now when it comes back to the question of sounds, those are all taken as musical works if they are sound recordings, because we have copyright in the mechanical works, in the sound recording, and actually Aganaga is suing in the sound recording. So the sound recording goes back to the production house, the labels and what. Now for you as Bray P, who is going to make a sound as Atasa. Atasa, your sound has just become randomly. It goes randomly viral.
Can I eat on that sound?
Yes, now you need to go back and claim that sound. But now that one goes on the digital because it has already been published. sound out there, or it's not even you who distributed it. But now let's come back to you as Bripe, who is a brand. You need to to go back and do your home country registrations. And with anything that deals with musical works, the only place we are saying that we'll manage that is Uganda Performing Rights Society,
UPRS.
Which is UPRS. Rachi, yekuwa that unique code that you'll have anywhere in the world, whether you're from South Sudan, whether you're from Tanzania, every country has their unique, and it starts with ours, because it's Uganda. You see others starting with what? Their country codes. Others have unique numbers. So, this is a new age. This is a digital world. There was nothing like protecting your sound and what. But in this era, you cannot say that you're doing your digital works for just entertainment.
Yes.
Anything can turn into money anytime. Yeah.
Kuba kati ndaba sound zange buttons zikozesa obubi. They're using my sounds very badly.
Okay, the first step is registration.
Yes.
You need to check out with URSB.
UPRS and URSB, then UPRS, and then your digital.
How about this?
Your online your online presence. Make sure when you're opening your pages, you're doing it under your identity. Because here in the country, we know what we do is never be already established. Run for me. Can you get, so these guys, that's why you end up complaining. You see a lot of views, a lot of what, but you're not following up on your metadata, you know, because you have to have a clean sheet. But again, why UPRS is very important in this discussion is that we do not have any other legally provided for entity. Why you to to studio level or elsewhere. It's simple. Na igwanga lyatekawo ekyo kitongole kimu bwe kiti kisobola okudiringa ne sound recordings. And era mentality eriwo nti UPRS yabayimbi bokka. No. It has to change. Content creators are also rights owners.
Content creators are also
rights owners. If you come to visuals, then you go to the film, CMO. CMO ya film jeri, UPRS ya film jeri. If you're a book writer and all those, in fact, nina ne musango mulago ndi mukhandolinga. Omwana yakuba ekifaananyi kya Muzeika Wato ne mutabani we. Waliwo omwana yakikuba, then they used it, some company has used it on their front cover. Those are image rights. That's all copyright.
Katinze, ninawe chibuzo, because you said that most of the beneficiaries of this, they are the producers and the songwriters. Kati, we having this...
Actually, rights owners.
Right owners. Okay, now I'm back to this to these young people or to these youth people abali mu ghetto, about freestyles. Zimane zikwatayo. Tewali producer, bamuwadde ekigomaawo, ng'etulaba, you know, bamwamu ekigomaawo.
Oli sure tebalina...
Kati kiri bwati mu ghetto. Bade mu ghetto. Nabiti wezile ziri mu kutambula sawa.
Mani t-shirtless.
Kati shirt webale nnyo t-shirtless.
Yena yini content, yena yini work.
Kati atona akubye ya ina
shirtless record label. Ye atadde mwini
ati yale
okulaba platforms zenga ziri streamlined. Era yekyakola ne mudde mugamba atuyamba
kyogamba ne instrumento ye ne beat ye. Biti ya badoli bayiye kuba yafuna biti yo mu Jamaica n'agiteeka wali ne batandika freestyle. Kati freestyle ani afunamu awo,
ani afunamu nguziramu,
ati kati njagalo
nguziramu ani
afunamu, kati tewali producer, tewali songwriter, wabula kiri ku brain y'omuntu gye bamuwadde beat, ne beat si ya wano, beat ya mu Jamaica, kati nze nenjituulamu sound nekola ki nekwata
eyo bagiyita ki mu copyright.
Omwana wa mu ghetto yali eri wansi abiitinze biiti ye ekuba okitegedde talinako producer ndoba ki sound ekoze eki etambudde kati yagenda afunamu atya.
Anti kati kyekubuuza ani afunamu kyenjagadde okusooka okuwulira kumwe. My question is ani afunamu kumwe according to that scenario gye mumpadde.
Nze kati nganze ku scenario eyange to my own understanding. Ekisooka oli batugobedde ethical beat eri yali mukulu
ani afunamu end point ani acollectinga
nze kati asitegeera njagala nange
nze njagala bafunamu yoyo omwana oyo abakubye
omwagala wekiri sinario nga mujimpadde bribe tugeze nawe
kale katugambe nti platform gyafulumizaako oba kwefulumidde kati nga shatless ntegedde
era etteeka bwe
kasalamu nekatambula kukka wayakwatira ku ssimu
ku ssimu ati wekatambula ako kabeera monetized. Monetization egira only original works. Kyemba mbadde mbabuuza nti ekyo bakiyita reproduction. Okozesa something that is already in existence. Okay, so that one cannot reproduction means you've put in ebirungo ebirala biki na biki. So copyright yo etunuulira only ownership and beneficiary.
Kati kulimba wanasanga who's benefiting the remix?
There is only intention to sue. There is only one rightful owner. Era kyeva ndiyeyo mbagamba banaye mujje ku Supremacy Studios tubayamba okukola zi split sheet. Ndiyeyo ngamba abayimbi temufulumya nyimba temumala gafulumya waka temumala without having an agreement. Ne waba Kenzo nga afukamidde atya ng'akoze atya nga Khalifa bamuwadde akakadde ka $1 talina akuwadde 10 because there is no split sheet. They have no agreement.
Agenda kukola atya lunabe
vibe era mulimu abayimbi nga bawizi abajja ku last minute nga tebaliko na original remix nabaga jangu oteekemu
anti katoliri pazo wagenda ogamba naye ayinamu
era bingwera kubiwulira mu mwana omusango gwe gutambudde naye ate muteeka fere ekipapula kye twawadise twabamu one rights owner who is Khalifa Sadat.
Mukibi
Sadat yalimu. So eteeka kweyo scenario gye mugambye eza freestyles mu ghettos na kinaki. It is very important banange nti tujeyo eno emyezi nange ndi chairperson wa ghetto twebuuse. So mbeera nnyo mu baana ba ghetto eyo. Era tugezaako kubatusako information eno because there is a lot of raw talent wanseeyo, but that is the problem. Nti someone comes and takes your work in the mentality of I'm promoting you. Chekyaliwo okuva emabega aba DJ TVs to promoting so they've just taken it in a different aspect. Okitegeera kubanga engoma gya downloading eri already ye okugidownloading abeera akoze eki yatemedde eddabali bw'omujaba katalina kujja kunoonya gwe kasito downloading ye copyright ye yeri ensi ye UPRS eba yakuggyeko dda mu download and streams na biki kati gwe engoma gikozesa eno but you cannot upload it at YouTube nekusasula on that same code tesobola. You know, so that's where
so can someone register freestyle?
Freestyles are taken as something material because a freestyle, it depends on are you doing it a cappella or how are you doing the freestyle. But that's why I said nti namwe bagundi mulimu sounds katingeza bano enaku zino beboge nnyo ba mentors babayita ki motivational speakers. Those guys have their codes. Abagezi bonena nabategera bemanyiya speeches zawe tomala gajikozesa ng'agiriako sound zaabwe zitambulira ddala. Yeah.
So if you become a motivation speaker as well, you need to register yourself.
Yep.
Olaba sente weziri.
Ndamaze dde okulaba sente zange weziri. Already I'm seeing where my money is because again, when you go to Rwanda and South Sudan stuff, there are very many of my sounds. Ziri mukozesebwa kati nnonya akasente we kagenda oviiramu. There is a company in Rwanda is using my sound by the way.
Maybe your sound you haven't registered.
We have to.
You haven't registered yourself.
And the good thing
when kati nze mbangenda kubala how long have they used the sound ntandika calculatinga
and I take it and kukola the moment yo you streamlined.
Barbara, the other question is if I just distribute my music with a distributor, is it automatic that I have registered?
So again tubadde corporate management system naye kyegenda okutuukawo era mu ggwanga nti olaba n'abanene era bali mu corporate management system abasinga tumanyi nti tebali mu UPRS, so tebawagira ggwanga lyabwe ate bali mu kubuzaabuza eggwanga. Bali registered in CMS ewa ASCAP simanya biki okitegeera. So that's what is going to happen. So if we don't really take it upon ourselves, we have to empower what we have locally here. you're going to see again a total mess in the industry.
Kati ate ba writer, these pen people, ndi taina o copyright yao. Kati, what is the difference between the copyright between the writer ne producer ono gobasanze mu studio no natadeko pen then baite wa producer ne ba producing. Awo chikola kitya?
Wajita value chain. For music to become a product, it caters for that entire value chain. Something to be called a musical work. That is what they call an original created musical work. It is not something you can do like a cappella, you are saying, like a freestyle, like what? That one cannot be commercialized as or categorized as a musical work. A musical work is composed, it is produced, it is published, it is distributed, and then it is consumed. So all these people are catered for.
At the percentage, but buli ku percentage kuba
split sheets those split sheets that we are promoting. Producers, I'm working with the Producers Association. Every studio has a fair split sheet. Intufe tujikuwa ngeri standard netugamba nti songwriter murimba ngalo yalifunyeko 30%. Webanga bali nga kangambe voltage music bali babiri, but it's one artist. Okay. You understand? There are two individuals but one artist. Ateno sanga mulimu ne producer ne songwriter. This one cannot look like a song where it is me and you. You see, where I'm one artist and you're the producer, and there is no songwriter. Those ones have to be. So we cannot say that percentage it has to be case by case. It has to be up to the producer.
I'm asking only one question. Omuimbi obade tonabafuna record label. Okay? Cut right now. Ogeze Muswangiza Venue, you have been a solo. Ogeze Muswangiza Venue. So akaswangiza Venue ye gami kati bebagendo o covering all the rights. You know, kakati ono music go fulumiza before entering Swangiza Venue. Osigala omuli yakongwe ngagwe oba Swangiza Venue kati ina rights ezo kubanga kati is the owner of the brand of you.
Olaba mukufuna sente. Yete kali tunulira owner and beneficiary. Anya creating ze so in that scenario, Gwengo koze musical as an independent artist, we call them independent artists. That one is music of Babara. The moment I join Swangiza Venue, Babara is what? Is nowhere in the picture. The law looks at
Swangiza Venue.
Shovola baba ilini ntali bona waka wasigaza performing rates.
Yeah. So, Barbara, my other question is, because it is so easy to track copyright online, like on streams and everything. So now my other question was all about how will the digital tracking system monitor offline venues like bars and clubs?
That's
because last time you were still explaining us about the Nyange, about the system. Yes, so basically now, when it comes to offline venues, how easy can we track as well, right?
So whether offline, whether online, whether what, we cannot run away from the fact that we are in a digital era. Everything has moved into technology. Now we are talking about AI and all that. There is nothing totally impossible with monitoring offline using technology. Okay. You understand? So the Nyange is another issue with the Nyange is that it's a hardware.
It's a hardware.
Do you know how much money is being wasted? Again, buying we are going into a digital era. Atemo mutu gaba today to college. To rate physical devices to it, yet we can actually have a system that just come on, countries like we actually benchmarked from countries like Sweden. Sweden is gonna dock to one alone or call a bintu. These are things we discover later, but of course because of the mafias never mesa, because people have to. Those devices mean more employment. I mean more what? Labor needed. More labor needed, more expenses, more operational costs, maintenance costs, and this and that and that. So should we say that UCC has a
UCC has
because it's the biggest monitoring, the one that monitors.
And how are you going to monitor
mostly
a bar, a small bar in Chikoni, that is playing music? How are you going to monitor someone in a win right now who's playing music on the on these because
no, she take out.
Yes.
The law looks at commercial places. The law looks at only a person who is.
Because right now, actually, every shop, every business place.
And with commercial, we meet those who have licenses. You understand? So, take an alert, Siri Bafunti Fala, you really manyi. Of course, to Korea, Uganda, of course, I had to singa, buying businesses, registered here, Mabala, Agasingo active, Gali Kampala. The local was
abayimbi tebana batandika kufunamu abayimbi kati ngera nabo sinsiba nabo era ebizibu bye baalimu byabali bakyali
obuzibu buli ku governance. So governance anti
nange nja kuba topic ya lulala yadde ndaba Uganda Musician Federation ngetadde achievements zetuseeko ng'enekyo corporate naye nakyo ngekitadde wali naye nga ndaba
nga mu achievements zino nazo olaba era olaba bulabi nga za publication kubanga governance era wenjogerako njogera ku kitongole nga UNMF kubanga kyekyaweebwa responsibility of making sure nti running on the side of musicians, and that's why abamu kufa abali part of the system we said what we are telling you, you're doing something else. Let us go back and tell the
achievements. According to what they released recently, they say that so far they have united musicians nationwide. Is it true? Based on your observation, Barbara, do you feel like Uganda National Musician Federation has united musicians nationwide?
No.
Okay. That is Barbara. Advocated for copyright law reform.
That cannot be the
by playing a leading role in advocating for amendments. Yes, yeah, I feel like
you see, when you continued, when you first said in amending and I say no, but when they say in leading,
that is okay.
That is okay. Yeah. It means they played part because it was not only them, you know.
Okay.
There are so many organizations.
They strengthened government engagement, musicians.
Government engagement with musicians, with a block of musicians, with a group.
Exactly. That's what I was even going to say.
These are the facts.
At a certain particular point of group of people. Continue.
Okay. Number 4 was the established musician circles. Supported creation of regional musician circles to improve access to affordable credit and financial inclusion. Financial inclusion for artists.
That one is a government job. Singa we batekamu sente mu sakezo twalibadde tugamba yes. But it was a directive.
Okay.
Government said from the circles we put in money.
Okay.
So that cannot be.
Another success was they mobilized financial support for artists.
Which financial?
Oyogedde ku sako. That money was sako money.
Sako money kitegeeza ogenda n'ojjayo.
They mobilized. They helped.
Which mobilization yaliwo?
We want real funding, banange.
The other success.
That's a very bad thing.
The other success was they promoted corporate management.
That one, the CMS is not going to work. Your corporate management system, whoever, someone should record me this one.
Yes.
With actually, you will give me this clip.
Okay. Producer, I won't pay the short here.
Copyright management system is a scam to Ugandan musicians. Yes, if government says that the people of Wandegia are so congested and they need to be supported with the market, and government constructs the market, it does not come back tomorrow and say we want to manage the market and see how you're doing it and what, and no. We are saying yes, you built us that system, we appreciate. The law already provided for UPRS. Hold the system, handle it to UPRS. But what they are trying to do,
but the problem,
they want to again collect and distribute. That's the problem.
And the problem is, Mama, for a very long time, these musicians feel like UPRS has not been in full capacity, like operating in full capacity in favor of artists. According to some artists, it's the reason why they feel like they need to operate at their own UPRS.
Okay, at percentage, what has UPRS made a block additional? At percentage, really? Man,
that is so. Arguments. Because what they are doing, the law, and we start with them.
It's like, if I trust you and you fail to deliver, I will trust Barbara.
No, I don't want us to go back in that discussion, because the federation itself that is saying that is under put on the UPRS board that is currently on. It hasn't even finished their 3 years.
Yes.
Before anyone actually knew. So this is the UPRS that is running now. Abo benyini beba recommending abantu abagenda it's musicians. 80% of UPRS right now is musicians. Era tulinze ba collecting 5 billion baba government sente z'abandi ziriwa lwaki abantu temubawa sente abagala okubasasula bugamba mitwala 25 abaliyo nga muganda wange gwe twayogerako juzi wizomanizo tebalinayo ki tebalinayo waaka kuba ya complaininga waaka nga tewaka wa good life nga tayagala kumulyanga yiye nga so these are discussions with ndozowulira kati ndozowulira kyogamba
anyway basically I was just wrapping up some of the success of the musicians.
Please government, yes, we appreciate the system. State House, you constructed the copyright management system, and that is a music copyright management system. It shouldn't be copyright as a whole, because I said they are painters, they are film players, they are presenters like you, content creators who have different copyrights, and this system is looking at music only, so it cannot be an entire copyright management system. Let them rename it and tell us the exact thing they want to do. Let them not confuse.
With your fight as well.
This is what we are doing. Yes. Even right now is what I'm on. And trust me, there are many stakeholders that are contacting us, that are joining the cause. And I should also tell you that we are in tight talks with the ministry very soon. Very soon you will hear what we have been talking about. I should also tell you that the copyright management system, when I was here the last time, they were planning to roll out in the different regions, which they started to do. But along the way, because of the messages that I was sending out, they contacted UPRS, and now they are moving with UPRS. So we just don't want it to be like that, and they buy time. Topic to Jiveko. We want a working paper. Until I achieve it, I will not stop the fight. We want a working paper that is going to say UNMF mukola mulimu guno mukoma wano, UPRS mukwata wano mukoma wano, UCC Ragadi NCF ekola bweti ekoma wano. Every stakeholder tuve mukana akavuyo. Otherwise the industry will never develop. Yeah.
So basically we are going to have Barbara, I think, still next week.
Yeah.
We shall have you.
Yep.
We'll try to talk about so many things as far as the copyright is concerned actually. MC Mark, you have any last question to hit, because we're out of time as well?
I think it's all about, let's try to, I'd like to see the musicians benefiting to their art, probably.
Not the musicians as well.
Okay,
because that is his fight.
Yeah, the creators and all people around the entertainment, but as long as maybe you comply through the law ethics, and try to register around your things, and then because at the end of the time you will come up and try to to proclaim something you're not even known. You're getting the registration is just out of the bit line.
And a DJ benefit from this course?
Yes.
Yes. I think that will be a topic next week when we have Barbara.
I think because the DJs are very key, and they actually do not know, and they are divided a bit. They have like 3 associations, I think. Yeah, so
and also we have to see how writers are going to benefit.
Yeah, that's a basic line. That's a basic line.
Painters, you get.
Yep.
I think that should be a topic for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. We tackle them.
We tackle those other.
Yeah, where the
Because
MCs
they're the
also
most noisemakers,
are
the
benefiting
musicians.
because sounds of MCs are trending all over and they are using them all over into the song.
You know.
A lot of stuff is just moving over and we're not getting anything about that.
Time, so right
Killing
now,
and shaking the thing.
Can you run us that birthday, if at all, given time? It is a special birthday for a very colleague here, that is a Brazilian official. One of our Zizania is Satu, so let me say happy birthday to baby Neymar. It's my boy as well, you know. Neymar, happy birthday to you. My producer, do you have those pictures? If I told them.